Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Internationally, attention has turned to Ukraine after Russia invaded its borders and attacked several major cities, including the capital of Kyiv. Now, with more than 2.5 million Ukrainian refugees having fled the country since the initial attack, many are finding ways to support the country. There are a number of charities and organizations raising funds to support Ukrainians throughout the conflict with clean water, medical supplies, cash assistance, and psychological support. Some places locally and internationally that you can check out now are Care Ukraine Crisis Fund, Save the Children, Airbnb, Kyiv School of Economics, United Way for Ukraine Fund, World Central Kitchen, Ukraine Emergency Fund, # Artists for Ukraine, Sunflower of Peace, and many, many more. According to a new study published on Tuesday, a fourth shot of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine increased protection against viral infection for only 4 to 7 weeks. People who got the fourth dose were half as likely to test positive for COVID 4 weeks later when compared to those who only had 3 doses. But by the 8th week, the groups were both just as likely to catch the virus. The study included 1.3 million people aged 60 and over in Israel who received their fourth dose between January and March. Currently, Israel only uses the Pfizer vaccine. While many Americans are hoping to move on after 2 years of the COVID pandemic, U.S. health officials have brought together some of the top COVID-19 scientists in the country to plan for the future. On Wednesday, after their meeting, scientists said they think the U.S. will likely get a breather from the virus over the spring and summer, but twists are still likely to come. The challenge for scientists is that the COVID virus is fast changing and mutates faster than other common viruses like the flu, which makes it hard for vaccine creators to keep up with the evolving virus. Most of the current vaccine formulas are based on the original virus that appeared 2 years ago. So along with vaccines, scientists say antiviral drugs are key. The state is still monitoring and reporting health trends. Yesterday, over 62,000 molecular tests were conducted and 1,296 new positive cases were reported. Currently, 219 people are hospitalized in Massachusetts and 28 are in the ICU. 3 new deaths were also reported. The town of Braintree also continues to monitor COVID data from the state. In the last week, the town hall has reported 44 new COVID-19 cases. The town hall website currently shows 9,618 positive cases in total. There have been no new fatalities reported since last week, keeping the total number of deaths in Braintree at 137. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
The COVID vaccine is free and highly effective. Most vaccines require 2 shots, given 3 to 4 weeks apart to fully protect you. So be sure to get both. The vaccine is an important tool to protect you, your family, and your friends. Learn more.
Welcome back. On Tuesday, Braintree AmeriCorps announced the launch of the Braintree Master Plan website. The website contains a wealth of information about the master planning process, including important policy documents, the project schedule, and the Master Plan Steering Committee meeting schedule. Additionally, visitors to the website can offer suggestions to help name the Braintree Master Plan. You can visit the Braintree Master Plan website at braintree-master-plan-jmgoldson.com. Currently, the Master Plan is in Phase 1 as consultant J.M. Goldson and the Master Plan Steering Committee are laying the foundation for the plan by reviewing local documents and data to define trends, challenges, and issues. Residents are encouraged to attend the next Master Plan Steering Committee on April 28th at 7 p.m. in the Cahill Auditorium at Town Hall and participate in the group activity sessions. As school officials are putting the final touches on the proposed school budget of $75.6 million for 2022-2023, the school committee will set up a task force to study ways to make the school system more equitable and efficient. The task force will be made up of school administrators, teachers, and parents who will make recommendations to the school committee. As for the proposed budget, some of the money would come from one-time federal COVID-19 aid and state money to cover extraordinary special education tuition. School Superintendent James Lee said changes are needed due to a decrease in enrollment during the coronavirus pandemic. Lee said that without any changes, maintaining the proposed school programs in the 2023-2024 school year would require a 7% increase in town funding, with the federal money all spent. The school committee will hold its annual hearing on the proposed school budget on Monday, April 11th at 6:30 p.m. at the Colbert Administration Building. The Braintree Recreation Department is now offering their summer programs and events. This includes sports and kiddos clinics, organized play at neighborhood playgrounds, field trip clinics, summertime special needs day activity programs, and the summer concert series sponsored by Belt. Registration for the sports and kiddos clinics opened on Monday, April 4th, and you can register for these clinics online at www.braintreerec.com. Registration for the field trip clinic will be held in person at the Recreation Department, located at 74 Pond Street on Tuesday, May 10th, beginning at 5 p.m. Registration forms for the Summertime Special Needs Day Activity Program will also be held in person beginning Tuesday, April 19th in the Recreation Office. Additionally, the Recreation Department and the Highway Department are still accepting employment applications for summer employment for the 2022 season. For more information about summer programs or summer employment opportunities, you can contact the Recreation Department at 781-794-8900 or the Highway Department at 781-794-8950. On Wednesday, March 30th, State Senator Walter Timilty, Senate Chair of the Joint Committee of Public Safety and Homeland Security, hosted a cybersecurity briefing at the Braintree Armory offered by the Massachusetts National Guard for the municipalities of the Norfolk, Bristol, and Plymouth District. In recent years, the National Guard has become a first responder to cyber attacks and is serving on the front lines of the digital domain. Senator Timilty said that by engaging the cyber force of the Massachusetts National Guard, cities and towns within the Commonwealth will be able to defend themselves against and triage a cyber crisis. During the meeting, Lieutenant Colonel Carmen Ng, Chief Information Officer, provided the briefing on the cybersecurity services that the National Guard offers. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area. Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into stories around Massachusetts and the South Shore. On Wednesday, the Boston Athletic Association announced any Russian or Belarusian participants who were accepted into the 2022 Boston Marathon or the BAA 5K and who currently reside in either country will no longer be allowed to compete in either event. Runners from both Russia and Belarus who no longer reside in either country will still be able to compete, but will not be able to run under either country's flag. The BAA also said its races and events will not recognize any affiliation or flag from Russia or Belarus until further notice. Collectively, a total of 63 athletes will be removed from the Boston Marathon and the 5K. The organization said they will make reasonable attempts to refund the athletes from Russia or Belarus who will no longer be able to participate within the constraints as imposed by federal sanctions. President and CEO of the BAA, Tom Grilk, said, quote, "We believe that running is a global sport, and as such, we must do what we can to show our support to the people of Ukraine," end quote. On March 30th, the U.S. Department of Agriculture confirmed the presence of a highly pathogenic avian influenza known as HPAI. The bird flu outbreak was first reported in a commercial turkey flock in Indiana and is reported as the worst since 2015. Already, some 23 million birds have been terminated nationwide to control the highly pathogenic bird flu virus, which is causing disease in commercial and backyard poultry in about half of the U.S. states, including Massachusetts. This outbreak is further driving up prices for eggs and chickens, which are already high due to inflation. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say there is no risk to humans who eat eggs and chickens from infected flocks as long as they're properly handled and thoroughly cooked. Currently, the USDA also has USDA Inspection Service personnel assigned to every federally inspected meat, poultry, and egg production plant in America as part of the agency's avian flu response program. Massachusetts led the nation in percentage of graduating high school seniors who scored a 3 or higher on at least one advanced placement exam for the second year in a row. The AP exams offered by the College Board measures a student's mastery of content equivalent to a college-level course in various subject areas. The tests are scored on a 5-point scale with results of 3 or higher indicating a student's capability to complete. According to the Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education report, approximately 43% of graduates from the state took at least one AP exam, and 31.1% of students scored a 3 or higher. Nationwide, 22.5% of those who took an AP exam scored 3 or higher on at least one test. Braintree students took 774 AP tests, and 77% scored in the higher 3 to 5 point range. In recognition of April being Autism Acceptance Month, the County Correctional Officers Association of the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office is selling special shoulder patches to raise money for the nonprofit agency. The patches feature a multicolored jigsaw puzzle background and star, as the puzzle piece has been a recognized symbol for autism awareness, understanding, and acceptance for several decades. The patches are available to be purchased in the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office lobby in Dedham from Monday through Friday for $10, with all proceeds supporting the Autism Support Center at LifeWorks. LifeWorks is a nonprofit human services provider that supports people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. For more information about LifeWorks, you can visit lifeworksarc.org. South Shore experts are warning about the early start to tick season, preaching caution for people and pets when outdoors. Warmer than average weather has lingered on the South Shore for weeks, meaning it's prime time for ticks to begin searching for something to bite. Tick season is usually considered to start in May, but it's already in full swing on the South Shore thanks to New England's warming. Entomologist and Norfolk County Mosquito Control District Caitlin O'Donnell said in recent weeks a sudden increase of ticks found on clothes, skin, and pets is due to a combination of more active ticks and more active people. For pet protection, that means tick prevention in the form of an oral medicine, topical treatment, collar or Lyme vaccination. For people, tick checks are much more important as ticks like to hide in the folds of skin, such as behind the knees or in armpits. People can prevent a tick latching on by wearing long pants outside or treating clothes with the repellent permethrin. But what's most important is removing ticks as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Protect yourself from mosquito and tick bites. Use an EPA-approved repellent anytime you're outdoors. Spray it on your hands first, then spread it on your face, neck, arms, and legs. Learn more at mass.gov/mosquitoes and ticks.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. First in entertainment, organizers for Boston Calling announced 9 Inch Nails will be the new headliner for the return of the 3-day music festival over Memorial Day weekend. Due to the unexpected loss of drummer Taylor Hawkins, the Foo Fighters dropped out of Boston Calling last month. Rage Against the Machine also dropped out in the lineup in early January as Omicron levels continued to peak throughout the country. Organizers announced that 9 Inch Nails will be the headline act on Friday, May 27th, the opening day of the festival. The Strokes will headline on Saturday, and Metallica will be the headliner on Sunday. You can visit bostoncalling.com for more information and for the full lineup. Now, here are some movie recommendations for a night at the movie theaters. First up is The Lost City, starring Sandra Bullock as a reclusive author, Loretta, and Channing Tatum as Alan, a handsome cover model. The two, while on tour promoting her new book, are kidnapped by an eccentric billionaire played by Daniel Radcliffe, who hopes that Loretta can lead him to the ancient Lost City's treasure from her latest story. Wanting to prove that he can be a hero in real life and not just on the pages of her books, Alan sets off to rescue her. The pair will need to work together to survive the elements and find the ancient treasure before it's lost forever. You can watch The Lost City in theaters now. Next up is Everything Everywhere All at Once, starring Michelle Yeoh, who plays the role of Evelyn, an unlikely hero who must channel her newfound powers when an interdimensional rupture unravels reality. Evelyn must save the world by exploring other universes, connecting with the lives she could have led in order to fight bizarre and bewildering dangers from the multiverse, as the fate of the world rests in her hands. Everything Everywhere All at Once was released on March 11th, and you can still watch it in theaters. Last in entertainment comes the highly talked about latest release, The Batman, which tells the story of Batman played by Robert Pattinson as he ventures into Gotham City's underworld when a sadistic killer leaves behind a trail of cryptic clues. As the evidence begins to become clear, he must figure out how to bring justice to the abuse of power and corruption that has long plagued the metropolis. The Batman was released on March 4th and can now be watched in theaters. That'll do it for news today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.